Who exactly is a self-employed borrower? This gets kind of confusing because there's lots of different types of entrepreneurs out there. Which ones are going to fall under that self-employed umbrella? Number one, somebody that is Schedule C or 1099. So if you're a contract employee and you get a 1099, you are going to file that income on a Schedule C more than likely. And that means you are a self employed borrower, which means we've got to see those tax returns and we're looking at the net revenue, not the money that's coming in on that 1099 for your income when it comes to home qualification. Another type of self-employed borrower is an LLC or a S Corp, things like that. This is where there's a corporation that they own over 25% of. Let's keep that little number handy. If you own over 25% of that S Corp or LLC, then you, again, are self-employed. And even if you W-2 yourself, you are still going to be considered self-employed, and we're going to need those business tax returns along with your personal tax returns. Both of those scenarios are self-employed borrowers. What if I have someone that has a bunch of rental properties? That depends. If you file the rental properties under a corporation or under an LLC, then that would be a self-employed business. However, if you just file them under a Schedule E, which is not a self-employed business form, that is just your schedule of real estate owned, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are self-employed. However, we are still going to be looking at those deductions on that Schedule E when it comes to what your net profit is on those investment properties that you own. So lots of different ways to be self-employed, but the big key here is just because you get a 1099 or you get a W-2 doesn't mean that you can use all of that income. If you own a business or if that 1099 comes in, you're going to put that under your Schedule C, you're self-employed. Make sure that your people that are thinking about buying right now or this year or maybe even next year have talked to their mortgage professional if they're self-employed and fall under one of these umbrellas. We'll see you tomorrow.